Hey, Tim.
Do you have a few minutes? I have a few questions that I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, sure. Pull up his chair.
Thank you. Hal, given my 4-4 teaching load and my many committee assignments, why should I even consider writing a book?
Well, Tim, if you're a new teacher, don't think that you should jump into a book as your very first project. Think of the book as the top of a publishing staircase that may begin with a paper presented at a local conference or a regional conference. The book is really an end product of the process of writing and publishing that can offer benefits to any professor at so many different levels along the way. Remember, teaching and scholarship overlap. Every teaching moment is a potential publishing opportunity. And when you're working with your work, you're modeling the publishing process. If you want your students to write quality papers, demonstrate the process to them. Also, writing and publishing lends credibility with your students and your colleagues. Every publication demonstrates that you're a scholar. Writing and publishing also adds to your expertise. Every professor needs to carve out a niche where he or she becomes the go-to person in that area. Erickson's law claims that it takes 10,000 hours to develop this kind of expertise, and you have to do it through deliberate practice. Hard work, but it can be done. Professional development and professional growth also demand that we work at writing and publishing. Just as Aram and Rotzka's Academically Adrift around 2011 points out that a student's mind grows in proportion to 20-plus page papers written, so a faculty's mind grows, expands, according to the work that he or she does in a particular area. Remember, you've already written quite a bit in your career. What with graduate papers, with your master's thesis, with even perhaps a PhD dissertation. So you've got a real leg up on this process of writing.
Okay, Hal, you've convinced me on the benefits of publishing. How do I get started?
First of all, know your audience. Know the market for which you're writing. Do some research into the publication for which you want to write. Know it upside down and backwards before your fingers touch that keyboard. Secondly, think about organization. Keep a file of potential articles and books, ideas that you might want to follow up on later down the line. Discipline, that's also important. Set aside a specific time and place where you're going to do your research, where you're going to do your writing. Try maybe a word count. After all, 2 pages a day creates a 200-page scholarly book in 100 days. A little ambitious, but something you might want to shoot for down the line. Collaboration, that's also important. Research shows us that 2 heads can show ideation gains of over 600% from working alone. Last of all, I might suggest that you try to find a mentor. Somebody who's been through this process before, who can act as a guide, who can show you the traps and the positive sides of writing and publishing.
Thanks for talking to me. I learned so much.
Well, you know, that's why the TLC is here.